Welcome to another fantasy game plan. I'm Reno 97. This is my man Persky. And why don't we get it started just right off the top? What about the Redskins, man?
You had to go there. By the way, we did not plan the purple, but we do look pretty good.
Oh, yeah, good deal.
Anywho, it was Redskins are 0-3, and it hurts. I thought we actually were going to get one. We definitely had a shot. Big play late, gets called back, which I still question that one a little bit. I don't understand that juggling rule. We make that play, I think we win the game.
No doubt.
Lions had never won in Washington, 0-21. We just can't stop anybody. The bottom line, we've given up more yards in the first 3 games than any team in modern era history. Not a good stat. Alfred Morris looked a little better. RG3's making some plays, still looks a little tentative. I'd like to see them unleash him a little more. I'd like us to just stay in a game so we can get that run game going to open things up a little bit.
Do you still keep Alfred Morris, if you're a fantasy guy, do you still keep him as your starter?
Absolutely. Alfred Morris, now I'm calling him a RB2 now, as opposed to the high RB1 he was. He's a starter. You keep Garcon in. Again, I still think Griffin's a decent option. I mean, given the fact that if you're going to give up 500 yards, you're going to have to chuck it around. So he's a good option at QB. We head out to Oakland to play the Raiders. What are you thinking there this weekend?
Well, first of all, you talked about the concern for the defense. And, if we can't stop anybody, then we can't put our offense on the field. And then, therefore, you can't be able to get as many points as you would like. But, again, they're going to get a big dose of the run. You got McFadden, and we don't know if Terrell Pryor is playing, so you're going to put Matt Flynn in there as a next guy, and how he's going to do, you can't really tell. So
we got to win that one.
It's got to be a win.
We go into a bye week and then a brutal schedule when we come back, so this is one we got to take. So
as a player, how does the distance affect you?
Huge issue with distance because guys are going to a warmer climate. Now, granted, it's early in the year, but you don't want to do all that other stuff. And then also, coaches always are in between a hard rock and a hard place because whether or not you go out 2 days before and guys get distracted and start doing stuff. So just guys, if they can stay hydrated and stay focused, like you said, they got to get this one. So this definitely has to be a business trip.
Big game.
Yeah.
Big game for the Skins.
Well, getting to fantasy, we're going to do a segment called Buy or Sell. First up, Colin Kaepernick.
Colin Kaepernick, I still believe in the kid. I'm going to buy this kid. He's got to come up big sooner or later.
I got to be honest with you. I think I'm on the opposite side, but I'm going to say this. I would still agree from a standpoint of I'm not liking him, but this isn't the time to sell. He's had 2 horrible games. The whole idea is you want to sell high. I'm holding him until he has a big game.
Then you going to get rid of him?
Then I'm selling him.
Okay.
I'm selling him.
At St. Louis this week, so maybe.
This would be the time to get well.
Yeah. Josh Gordon, big game last week.
I'm buying Josh Gordon. Now, again, you're going to have to pay dearly for him because the Josh Gordon owner in your league is not dumb, probably, and just saw what he saw. He's got a rapport with that quarterback. There's even rumors swirling around he may get traded, and he's a player. I'm buying Josh.
I'm co-signing that buy right there.
Absolutely.
What about DeMarco Murray?
DeMarco Murray, I gotta buy him too, man. I know 3 buys in a row for me, but that's a buy.
Well, we play in the same league. If I owned him, you could buy him for me because I'm selling DeMarco Murray. Big game like that, he's a stiff. Sell him quick, get as much as you can. He won't do that again. Not this week.
Is that because he's a Cowboy or what?
Well, that has something to do with it.
Trent Richardson.
I'm buying Trent Richardson. Hopefully the Trent Richardson owner in your league kind of got a little worried and said, man, Ahmad Bradshaw looked really good.
Right.
He's still not rushing for more than 3-something a carry. Hey, buy him.
He's a starter. You buying him as a starter? Yeah,
absolutely.
With Ahmad Bradshaw as good of a runner as he is as well?
Ahmad Bradshaw is running for his job as well he should, and I'm going to say you're going to see that get tapered down. I think this week you'll see Trent Richardson touch the ball 20 times.
Okay, you convinced me. I'm buying too.
All right, I like it.
All right.
Last but not least, Russell Wilson.
I'm not sold. I sell him. I mean, Russell, he had a great game last week. How many touchdowns, Director?
4 touchdowns.
4 touchdowns. I don't know, man. I don't think I'm buying that.
And again, I'm on the fence, but I think I'm going to buy Russell Wilson from you. He's getting no respect. He's ranked somewhere around 20th in quarterbacks this week. The man threw 4 touchdowns, and they pulled him in the 3rd quarter. He's got value. He's a value guy. I'm buying Russell Wilson if I can get a good price for him.
All right, let's go down through a couple games, big games this week. Chicago at Detroit.
Chicago. I'm a Chicago kid. I got to go with Chicago. Never thought they would be 3-0 this early, so I'm going. Stephen A. Smith said he doesn't believe in them, so I'm believing them, and I'm believing Chicago's.
I'm going with Ronaldo on this one, man. I can't believe I'm picking Jay Cutler on the road in anything, much like a flag football game.
Yeah.
I think they go into Detroit. Detroit looked good, but let me tell you, Chicago's for real, and it's not just because of Cutler. Matt Forte, I think that new offense suits him well.
Yeah.
They're chucking the ball, they're running the ball, their defense looks good.
A lot of points, you think?
I think that's a high-scoring game. I think start all your Bears, start all your Lions.
Except for Nate Burleson.
Definitely don't start Nate Burleson unless it's in a crutches league.
Seattle at Houston.
Seattle at Houston. Seattle's got this one in the bag. Houston, Matt Schaub hadn't been a top performer consistently, and I don't know what's going on down in H-Town.
Arian Foster's
Yeah.
whining a little bit about
Yeah.
not getting the ball.
Yeah.
Andre Johnson's got a shin. What is that? People get you. You got a shin? I've got two shins. Play football. I
is
own
football.
Andre Johnson, so I'm frustrated. I like Seattle. Seattle. Right now, can we just pit Denver and Seattle and play the Super Bowl right now?
Let's
'Cause
go
I
and
wanna-
skip the whole season.
I want to
Let's
see
go
those
there.
two play.
All right.
I like Seattle, and I like anybody on the Seahawks in a skill position in your lineup this weekend in that one too.
All right.
Big one, Philadelphia at Denver.
Light up the points. Like I said, look for the over-unders. This is a big number. There are going to be points all over the place. I love literally every... I love Welker. I love Decker, Demaryius Thomas. I like the tight end Thomas. Honestly, I might even be throwing Monty Ball in on this one. I got a
He got
hunch.
some good runs.
I got a hunch. This is the game he breaks out with a couple things out of the backfield, a couple catches. I like Deshaun Jackson. Love Shady McCoy in this one. What's the status of Vic? I think he's okay.
He's
playing.
okay. He's playing.
Stick him
He's
in your
going to be in the
lineup.
lineup. I think you got to stick
All
him
right.
in the lineup there. It's going to be a high-flying point game.
But I think Denver stays unbeaten out
I
of this
believe
one.
that. I agree with that.
Last game of the week on Monday night, Miami
Good night.
at New Orleans.
Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, that's Miami. Let me tell you, we were just saying before the show, if you'd have told us that Miami and Kansas City
Yeah.
were going to be undefeated, we'd have thought you were crazy. However, Miami's undefeated right up until Monday night because
That's right.
I think
Our Saints, baby.
they're getting ready to get a little Jimmy Graham and a little Marquez Colston. Who else do you throw in there? Pretty much anyone in the Saints
any
uniform.
guy in the Saints uniform, man, is pretty much
Although I will say Miami's got a stout defense, and I did just pick up. They got a rate. You need a kicker for a bye week. This guy's my starter, Caleb Sturgis, their rookie kicker, has not
Sturgis.
missed yet. He's making 50-yarders, 40-yarders at
Wow.
will. They're getting stalled in the red zone quite a few times. It's a good scenario for a young kicker. I think he's this year's little sleeper guy. I've got him in both leagues.
All right, well, hey, that'll do it for this week's fantasy game plan. Until next week, this is Reno97 and Persky signing off. You can follow us on Twitter, Ronaldo Win and at Persky.
3-0 Pernsky.